Hey everyone, Tony Dragon here. I wanted to get this over with quickly. Just to clarify, if you want requests or recommendations for any videos you want me to react to, you go ahead and leave them in the comment section below. But now we have a Twitter and a Gmail account, mostly for that. And so, you'll find links to those in the description below, and also links to the original video and to my other channels. Anyway, I'm here with Epic Rap Battles, Frederick Douglass versus Thomas Jefferson. I know some things about both of them, but not a lot. So, yeah, I'm not gonna have a very in-depth, analysis of both their personality and their history. But maybe there'll be enough, to talk about from what I do know, or from what they're singing about. One thing I do find in common with both of them is the subject of slavery. Frederick Douglass was a slave, and he escaped in 1800s, somewhere around the 1800s, and then he taught himself to read, or maybe he already knew how to read before he left. I don't know. The point is, he escaped. He went to the Free States. He made something of himself. Then he had autobiographies about his life story, and he was a big inspiration for a lot of slaves again, when slavery was over, to succeed and make lives for themselves. And of course, Thomas Jefferson, one of the founding fathers and third president, and he also wrote the Declaration of Independence. Both great figures in history. And it might be because that's all I know about them that I feel this epic rap battle will really hinge on, the aspect of slavery, because Frederick Douglass escaped slavery, and Thomas Jefferson owned slaves, and never lived to the day where they were free. So he died owning slaves, and he also had some of the slaves his lovers, and he had children with them. So he had a mixed race children, so that might be a factor. Honestly, I have no idea how this is gonna go. I'm a little worried that it might be that is because entirely focusing on the slavery issue, which will just feel kind of one note and one-sided, because Frederick Douglass, because he escaped from slavery, we might treat him as holier than thou, and Thomas Jefferson is completely evil because of that. But I'm hoping it doesn't go that way. Again, if you hear like a fan, I have the fan up there. It's because it's really hot right now. Really, really hot. Sorry, but anyway, let's get started. Alright, so Frederick Douglass versus Thomas Jefferson, Epic Rap Battles of History, Season 5. In 3, 2, 1.
put an asterisk next to your name. Holster! Shoot the shot!
Okay, JB Smoove, as Frederick Douglass. Yeah, immediately from delivery and to, from delivery and actual lines, I gotta give this one to Frederick Douglass. However, I was kind of right. It feels like it was one-sided, like it was written in favor of Frederick Douglass. The fact that they actually had to have him say he's not denying what Jefferson did, but I also kind of agree with Jefferson. Alright, like I said, Frederick Douglass won this one. I'm on his side on the epic rap battle. Let's see. Yeah. But I also have to look at the side of Thomas Jefferson. At the time, they just freed themselves from the British Empire. King George was a very unreasonable guy. Was an unreasonable ruler, and so they had to break away. So, and as soon as they did, they needed to focus on building the country. And building a country is not easy. It is very, I can only assume, is very, very difficult. I mean, we're 200 years old, the United States of America, and we still have a lot of problems that definitely need fixing. And a lot of that could be attributed to shoddy, leadership at certain times. Not all of our presidents were, A+. And it's not looking any better right now. But that's a whole different debate. So, yeah, we're still relatively young. We're still, trying to solve a lot of things. And if you ask anyone today, of course, we're going to say slavery's bad. But that's because we have hindsight, And you can't say, well, I can imagine how it was back. No, you cannot. No one can. Even I can't. So I might be wrong. I don't know. But I can only assume back then the country was just getting started, and some issues couldn't be dealt with immediately. Jefferson said he did some stuff, he tried to start the movement of freeing slaves, but he couldn't outright start, whole, marches and revolutions and speeches about a certain issue when there were a bunch of other issues that needed to be dealt with, dealt with. He needed to branch out, and he kind of thinned himself out, with, ideology about how certain parts of this new country should be run. And, yeah. So, and to be fair, even when we did try to, solve the matter of slavery, it led to the Civil War, both black and white people at the time were dying during that time. It was just, the whole issue was terrible for, just for anyone in general throughout the whole United States. It was a very, bad point in time for the United States. And, yeah. But in terms of, like I said, in terms of the epic rap battle itself, Frederick Douglass won this one. He had the best delivery. He had the best charisma, I suppose. And, yeah, like I said, they gave him a lot of great lines. And it's one of the reasons it felt kind of one-sided. Like, they really wanted him to win. Because I'm sure Thomas Jefferson had a lot of other stuff he could have brought in. But they seem to always be going back to the whole slavery issue. Yeah. Like I said, he did have autobiographies, Frederick Douglass. And I guess the story, and I know Thomas Jefferson tried to use that against him, like, all your autobiographies are about you, yeah. I guess, again, a way of trying to say he's full of himself. But I don't know, the story of Frederick Douglass could be seen as inspirational for a lot of other slaves during the time. So it would make sense that it wouldn't be viewed as narcissistic to others, but rather, sort of goal for, a lot of people. And yeah. But anyway, like I said, because it felt one-sided to me, it's not one of their best, but it was still a lot of fun. A lot of great rhymes, a lot of great beat. And like I said, the guy, J.B. Smooth, who played Frederick Douglass, had a lot of charisma. He just had a lot of presence, a lot of passion in this. You can feel like he really got himself into the role. And yeah, so far season 5 is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty decent. Not one of the battles seems to have been like great, big, like oh my god, like some of their past ones. But so far, yeah, it's getting there. They still have a lot of episodes to go through, so they'll probably get better and better with time. We'll see. But anyway, that's it for this one. The next time I see you guys will be for the next Epic Rap Battles episode, I suppose they can call these episodes. And then until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye bye.